Pecha Kucha means chit-chat in Japanese, and it's typically a 20 by 20 presentation in which you have a format of 20 chosen images, each shown for 20 seconds. You have 400 seconds, or about 6 minutes and a half, to tell a story, your story, with visuals guiding the way.
In the spirit of Pecha Kucha, we will have a chit-chat with you today on Mission College's equity framework, more specifically on the element of social justice. Our intention is to continue to have an open dialogue around equity to better understand and dismantle structures that perpetuate injustice and inequity. We define social justice as the understanding and dismantling structures that perpetuate injustice and inequity. What does social justice look like at Mission College? There are many ways and styles that this is displayed. Our classified professionals are a big part of tackling social justice day in and day out. Here are some examples on what social justice can look like from the lens of classified professionals. The HSI-STEM Link project is a 5-year federal grant that is geared to help strengthen the pipeline of Latinx and low-income students from our feeder high schools, as well as increasing Hispanic enrollment and completion, including STEM transfer and vocational degrees, provide STEM counseling support services, STEM hands-on experiences and activities, STEM career mentoring and learning support services.
As the HSI-STEM Outreach Coordinator, one way I practice social justice is by tackling the communication challenges between our Spanish-speaking community and the dominant language. By facilitating bilingual workshops, translating outreach material and website content, I am bridging cultural divides and creating stronger ties with students and parents.
Activism is also a 5-year grant-funded program which focuses on improving the transition, progression, graduation, and transfer rates of Asian American and Pacific Islander students at Mission. Activism's aim is to strengthen the pipeline at Mission College to assist AAPI students from matriculation through degree attainment and transfer to 4-year colleges with a particular emphasis on STEM majors.
As an alumna of the TRIO Student Support Services, a federal program that was born out of the Civil Rights Movement, and now a classified professional working for 2 TRIO SSS programs, I approach the students I work with from an equity-oriented lens. By better understanding the needs of students as individuals, we can provide the necessary academic and social support services to help them develop transferable skills and thrive beyond Mission College.
Led by 2 of our amazing colegas, Lucia and Noemi, our college-wide community is invited to learn about the social and psychological impacts that affect our undocumented students. The simple act of attending these types of trainings to become better informed and gain an increased sense of awareness is a form of social justice. By helping provide our students and community with food on their table, you are not only joining the fight against poverty and promoting a healthier life, but also letting our students focus more on their studies, all of which are directly tied to social justice.
Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, and the different aspects shown in the Wellness Wheel can impact a student's mental health. As classified professionals, we support multiple facets of a student's college experience. Rather than assuming the needs of our students when we interact with them, we must first honor and validate their lived intersectional experiences by actively listening to them.
This past fall, a team of about 20 Mission College classified professionals, led by Daniel Ramirez-King and Manuel Salazar, began work for the Caring Campus Initiative. The goal is to create a campus that increases students' sense of belonging and connectedness, and in turn increase the probability that the students reach their educational goals, especially those in the underrepresented population.
I got used to people mispronouncing my name and making little to no effort to say it correctly. Because of this, I actively practice a piece of social justice by ensuring that I am saying the names of anyone I encounter correctly to show that I respect, value, and understand that a person's name is a big part of who they are, educating myself to know that an act as simple as this can have a lasting effect on a person.
I felt overwhelmed when I began to hear about the injustices in my community, and I didn't know where to start. The fight against any injustice is personal and begins with the individual, so seek to educate yourself, seek to understand the issues, and seek to end it. Whether it's racial injustice, food insecurity, or another issue, gaining an understanding about social justice issues is part of the work. I see social justice through the lens of my own experiences, and you may see social justice differently through your own lens. In conversations with others, I realize that our individual lenses help inform our conversation and allow us to explore and understand social justice issues much more deeply with one another.
Allyship is the active and constant practice of unlearning and relearning in which a person in a position of power or privilege seeks to operate in solidarity with a marginalized group. As a white passing ally, I am responsible for educating myself, actively listening to people's experiences, and using my position of privilege to amplify and protect the voices of others. My parents are over 65 and I'm caring for my 91-year-old grandmother, so I can't practice traditional allyship like volunteering and protesting safely in the COVID-19 pandemic. Instead, I've turned to social media and digital activism to spread awareness, sign petitions, write letters to legislators, sharing and liking to amplify voices of others who are not being heard. It's important to be authentic and intentional with your actions. Social media can spam people, drowning out already marginalized voices and turning digital activism into performative allyship, hurting rather than helping the cause. Before getting involved, ask, how will this help? And is this going to affect positive change for someone else?
How do you practice social justice?